I'm just really proud. It's a 40-minute game, and I thought our kids, as the game went, really started to understand, what we were wanting to do defensively. We were able to come out, I think, the first 5:13 of the third, hold them scoreless, and we're able to get some easy baskets from our stops and a lot of positives. I mean, a 2-to-1 assist-turnover ratio. We made more free throws than they shot. We dominated the glass, dominated the paint. 5 in double figures, just so many positives tonight and a lot to build on as we head into the weekend.
All right, raise your hands if you have questions for players. We'll start with Jay.
Question for Ace. How has it been just being able to play college basketball so far?
It's been great, especially just because it's something that I've always dreamed of. But honestly, I've just been blessed with the best coaches and teammates. That's just really made it easy for me.
Over to Elijah.
Yeah, question for Carla. Obviously 5 players in double figures tonight. Just how much does that help y'all, throughout the game when there's so many different players that can get that big baskets?
Yeah, I think that when you have a situation like that where 5 are in double figures, that means that we're moving the ball pretty well. And when you move the ball well, defense is having to guard more. And so I think that, I think I talked about this early in the season. When you have 5 in double figures, who are you going to guard? And so it just makes it harder to guard us on the floor. So then you draw a second defender, well, then you have a kick down or a kick out or something like that, and the ball just moves better and we get better shots. So I just think when you see that, it's just a testament to us finding open people and playing for the person next to us.
We'll go right behind them to Luke.
All right, so this is for both of y'all. After 10 turnovers and going 3 for 9 from 3 in the first half, you guys gave it away only once in the second half and shot 9 of 15 from 3. What did it take to finally get going and pull away?
I think just resetting. The first half does not dictate the second half, just like the last play doesn't control the next play. And so I think that our coaches did a really good job of coming in the halftime and just being very positive and just kind of building on the things that, we could have done better, but continuing to push in the things that we did well. And so I think that they did a great job at halftime, but it was just a reset moment for us.
Yeah, kind of like she said, because that's exactly what I was thinking. We always stress, next play, and I think we've done a lot better with that. So going into halftime, we was always saying, let's do better this next half. And the coaches did do a good job coming in there and telling us, we had 10 turnovers at halftime. So I think we really dialed in and, really came together the second half to change that and only have 1 turnover. So I think we did a good job of just staying together.
Any more questions for student athletes? One more, Elijah.
Yeah, a question for Ace. 21 assists as a team tonight. What do you think was allowing y'all to be able to move the ball around so effectively on offense?
Yeah, I think we've constantly just been talking about ball movement. I think that's just kind of what shows what a team is. I mean, you're not going to win with just one person on the floor. So I think that's really what we're just getting better at, is finding each other and just, working as a team.
All righty, thank you, players. Please raise your hand if you have any questions for Coach Kirby. We'll start with Chase in the middle.
Hey, Coach. Samford threw a lot of defensive looks at you guys, whether it was man-to-man, 2-3, or even some 1-3-1 I saw. How would you evaluate your team's offensive execution and get those adjustments?
Yeah, I thought we did a really good job of finding the open person. We've missed some shots the past couple games, but I thought in that third quarter, we were knocking down open shots, finding the open person. I love playing against teams this time of year that can show multiple looks because it prepares you for what's ahead. And we know what Harvard's going to do. And so I think tonight was really, really good for us, especially the way that Matt guarded our ball screen action and just so many little things that will definitely be better. Samford's well coached, and Matt's going to do great things there. And I love his system and style of play. What's fun when you play him, he's running some of the same things that we run. So it made it a good challenge for us.
Yeah, Coach, when you have someone like Ace who can give you 21 points, 5 assists, and 3 steals off the bench, just how much does that help y'all knowing you have someone off the bench who can really just control the game in that way?
Yeah, we made the point post-game that could be anyone. I think we had, 37 points off the bench. You look at Naomi and near double-double, 7 and 6, and Essence and her together, I think, had 17 and 11. We'll take that any night at our 5 spot. Joy came in there for a good minute. So just anytime, we just feel like our strength is our depth. And I think with Wise and Eris coming back, that'll even get stronger. It's not necessarily who starts. I think any given night, whether it's DC, Jess, Lancia, Diana. I mean, like I said, to me, so many people can get to double figures. So, it's great to see Ace. I've wanted her to look for a shot more and be more aggressive. She's very unselfish and sometimes to a fault. So, very few nights did I ever see her where she didn't have 20 plus. So she's a scoring point guard. She's further ahead than most are with their offensive skills. So it's good to see her get going a little bit tonight.
Do you get worried about the long droughts without a field goal, like the one against Alcorn State last week and the one tonight at the end of the second quarter? And especially thinking of games later in the season where those droughts make it harder to maintain a lead.
Yeah, I think as long as they're good open shots, that I loved our shot selection. I just thought we missed some wide open looks. But I think I'm concerned about so much this time of year, whether it's a scoring drought or not understanding tendencies a little bit. We've got to go rebound every time the shot. So as coaches, I don't think we're ever pleased. But, there's a lot of things that I focus on that I need to do to try to put them in a better position not to have those scoring droughts, to be honest with you.
To the middle, Chase.
In the first half, your team's offense really benefited from a strong perimeter defense. What did you think of the way your group defended the perimeter against Samford?
Yeah, I thought we did a really good job. I mean, every shot contested. I thought we were denying one pass away. I thought our press was effective. I thought we sped them up some. I thought we did a really nice job of doing a better job of meeting our switches and switching out instead of flat. I thought we communicated better. I thought we had more ball pressure at the one with ball and back. So a lot of little things. It's a 40-minute game. I think people have to understand it's a game of runs, and we definitely, moving forward, will look for ours to be longer than who we're playing and hopefully, have a lot of positives and not too many moments where there's a drought or a bump in the road, and control both sides of the ball here this coming weekend.
Back over to Luke.
How are you guys able to mitigate the difficulty of getting post touches against a 6'5" big? And do you think matchups like that help prepare you for conference games later on?
Yeah, it's great to see a true five. Sometimes that's hard against mid-major teams. I thought we did a really nice job on her, and I thought that we were able to score in the paint. 17, I think, and 11, like I said, between her and Naomi. I thought Joy went in and did really well. When Essence and Naomi can protect the rim and we keep the ball in front, it really gives us a dimension in the paint to be effective.
We'll do the last question with Elijah.
Yeah, Coach, one thing you've mentioned in previous press conferences is wanting to improve on communication on the court. Were you satisfied with how they talked on the court tonight?
I thought it was improvement. I thought Diana and Ace, Carly and Jessica were communicating at a really high level in dead balls and free throws and special situations and huddles on the floor. That's something we continue to teach and work on. We were trying to do a better job too. I thought our staff did a good job of calling things more clearly from the sideline. So we've just got a young team, and we've got, a lot of folks that haven't played together before. So as much as we can help them with that growth and put them in those situations in practice.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank y'all for being here, and happy Thanksgiving, okay?